recognize a member from Chisago, Representative Rymer.
Thank you, Madam Speaker and members, and specifically Representative Lawrence for bringing this bill. I think this is a very important bill, and what a message to Minnesota it would be if we could get this thing passed to say we are serious about the safety of our kids and how hard our schools are as targets for any criminal that's looking to perpetrate a horrible crime. You know, I found it ironic that the bill that we heard before this, it seemed to be, I think I heard that the process and procedure, it was so important that we needed to ignore the process and procedure to get that last bill heard. And yet the biggest hang-up on this bill seems to be procedural in nature. Because I had heard that we don't do things like take money from the NLX, a failed train project, to fund a bill like this. It's not the way that we do things. That's what I just heard. Sounds like a procedural thing to me. Except, we did that last year. We took money from a failed train project during the nigh hours of last year in order to fund unemployment insurance for hourly school workers. So when Representative Lawrence has a bill that says we have a creative way to fund school safety, fundamental, proven things, and I have a pot of money that's just sitting there burning a hole in my pocket to get that funded, I think that's creative. I think that's good. I think it's something that we should embrace and look at statewide. After all, we've kind of spent ourselves into a pretty significant deficit. We still have a deficit in 4 years. And when I think about ways that we fund our personal household, our personal lives, when there's an emergency, when there's something that needs to be done, you take money from one area of your life to apply it to that more urgent area of your life. And Representative Lawrence, I commend you for looking into that funding to fund an initiative like this for all schools. Safety for all schools. And we were just about to hear today in Education Finance how the governor wants to cut another $50 million of non-public school aid. Friends, Annunciation was a non-public school. And we need to keep that in mind as we're having these debates, having these conversations about what it looks like to keep all of our kids safe. This idea that we can't take from a train project that's failing anyway to fund a measure like this, this is a 5-alarm fire. This is what Minnesotans are expecting of us. So to have a procedural question about not taking money from a train project to fund the stuff that's important, I think we're about to find out how serious we all are about keeping our kids safe today. And I hope Minnesota is watching. Thank you, Madam Speaker.